Hey guys, how you doing? It's Wes with Aurawest Tarot, and for this reading I'll be doing for the sign of Libra. Okay, so for the monthly spread that I do here, I will be covering your general messages, love reading, and then also career. So for the love section, I'll be doing singles, of course, and non-singles. And for career, we'll be doing if you are unemployed or if you're employed. And lastly, we'll be doing some collective advice for the sign of Libra right at the end. I'll put timestamps down below in the comments section to make it easy for you to navigate this video. If you enjoyed this content, please, I'm a new tarot reader on YouTube, so any like or subscribing, if you subscribe, would really help the channel. So, without further ado, let's get started here. I'm just pre-shuffling the cards a little bit. I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. It's my favorite deck, and I'll be using it extensively through this month. It's been good to me, so I don't want to quit on it. So let's get into it right away. Also got some sage burning. Gotta love that sage. And let me get my... Ooh, almost forgot to put the stopwatch on. Just give me one moment here, guys. Just setting that up. Alright. And, what else we got? I think that's it. So, let's get started here. Alright. Here we go. What do we have for the monthly general messages for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What can we get for the zodiac sign of Libra for their monthly general message for the collective of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Can I get 3 cards, please? Alright. Alright, Libra, so you get for your general 9 of Cups upright, which is Pisces energy. We've got Sagittarius energy showing with the Knight of Wands, but it is in reverse. And we also get Leo energy with the Strength card in reverse. So I will be clarifying these cards. I always clarify because 3 cards is really not going to tell me a whole lot. At least for me, it doesn't tell a lot. For some readers, that may be different. But let's work out for the first 3 cards. So 9 of Cups, generally going to talk about a bit of an independent vibration that you may be putting out. You may be working on a business of some sort, or you just might be being independent. Knight of Wands in reverse can talk about sometimes just stagnation. It can talk about inaction towards something. So I don't really know yet. It can also be a card being a little bit manipulative. Not the best team player or sport, but once again we'll clarify and we'll find out a bit more. Strength card is in reverse. Normally when it's upright can be a bit of holding back, being hopeful about something, but given that it's reverse, you might be losing hope into something, losing some passion. And so if I combine the Strength with the Knight of Wands, could be some type of passion loss towards maybe your independence, perhaps. Don't really have that independent drive maybe that you once did, but let's find out a bit more and see what else comes through, because generally 3 cards doesn't paint the whole story. So can I get clarification for the 9 of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Strength card in reverse for Libras? Temperance comes out to clarify the 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then we have 5 of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Strength card. So let me show you that. Right there. And Temperance, Sagittarius energy. We've got Capricorn energy with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying that Knight. Okay, and there's the 5 of Swords right there. Aquarius energy clarifying to Leo energy. So let's work through this. So Nine of Cups, clarified by Temperance, is probably going to indicate that there might be some need for balancing perhaps the fun, your social life, kind of getting out. So some of you Libras might be a little bit reserved right now. You may be kind of sitting at home a lot. You know, it's I don't think it's very unusual for air signs most times, even though they're kind of listed sometimes as very social people, to kind of get into hermit mode a little bit too long. And this might be talking about maybe the need to kind of balance if you are working hard, Libra. So let's say that you are putting your heart and soul into business, or you're putting a lot of time, maybe your love life's not working too well, and so you're putting a lot more time into working extra hours at your job, or you're trying to get something off the ground. Whatever the case is, there is a fine line where we need to kind of balance out your work and play. And so far what I'm getting from this is that's what that's pointing to with that Temperance card being there. Temperance is a card of the divine, so you know, there may be something in the woodworks that's coming up for you here. We might find out a little bit more in the love section of career. We'll see in a bit. The Knight of Wands in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Well, Two of Pentacles in reverse can typically be, it can be, I always say fumbling the football, because most times when the Two of Pentacles is upright, what it's indicating is that you've learned how to balance out. There's, you know, as we mature through life, there's different responsibilities, different things that we have to manage. You got to manage your career, your marriage, if you're married, or, you know, managing, maybe you've got a bunch of responsibilities on your property that you have to do, or whatever the case is. We all have to at some point learn how to take care of those things. But when it's reversed, it's generally indicating that you're not doing that very well. You may be overburdened with responsibility, or have too many things that you are worried about or trying to do or trying to accomplish. And it's not really working out in your favor. And sometimes that can lead, and what I'm getting here is a bit of a burnout. Okay, with that Knight of Wands being reversed there. You know, in some cases, given that we have the Five of Swords here, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles, it could be some type of, also as an alternative story that I'm getting, you could be dealing with some type of fire sign that's being a little bit of a juggler, a player, which is kind of coming as an alternate story as far as the romantic side is going. Lastly, we have the Strength card in reverse, clarifying this Five of Swords in reverse right here. So the Five of Swords is most times going to be, when it's reversed, is you're coming out of a struggle of some sort, a fight. You know, if you see in this card, I mean, there's like desolation. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, the horse looks famished, the ground is bleak, the skies are dark. I mean, he's on guard. So that's when it's upright. Now reversed is you're coming out of that. And the Strength card is in reverse as well. So you know, you may be just coming out of a situation. If this is a relationship, coming out of a situation that just wasn't working, and you're done with it. You're tired. You know, it's not working. There's no progress. Things are not being managed well, or the communication is poor. You may find that you guys are fighting about things the whole time, and you know, it just reaches that point where you're just saying, like, you know, I just don't have the energy to put into it anymore. I've been top of my career and everything else that's going on in my life. So that's one possibility for that being there. Strength card in reverse can also just feeling maybe there's not, could be letting your guard down a little bit too. You know, you're just not, you know, you're kind of just letting the universe kind of turn the wheel for you, just saying, well, you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm beat up and tired, and I just want to see where things go. So let's dive into the love singles and see what messages come through there. Maybe there'll be some more illumination that we can cross-reference to this general monthly message for you, Libra. So love singles is going to start at... Alright. So what do we have for our single Libras for the month of November? What can they expect? What can our single Libras expect for the month of November? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And a little bit of resistance in the cards. So shuffle. I'm going to split the deck. Those wanted to come out. Here we go. Two of Pentacles shows up in. Got the exact same cards again, so I'm just gonna go, and I don't even know how that happened, because I mean I've never seen that, but I'm just gonna really shuffle good here, because I thought I did, but turning out I even twisted it, and it still came out. It's awfully weird. There we go. I'm gonna give her a damn good shuffle. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life happen, for at least for me. I can't say for anyone else, but Jesus, these cards are. I did Cancer earlier, and I didn't really find so much resistance at all, but I feel like I'm fighting a large bass here or something. Jesus. What love messages for singles do I have for single Libras? What do we got for our single Libras? Alright. That's better. So I haven't done any clarification, so I'll just read the spread as is. So we have 10 of Cups showing up with Pisces energy. I have Aqua, well, air energy showing up with the Ace of Swords. And then I also have Sagittarius, Aries, Leo with the Knight of, or King of Wands, but showing up in the reverse. So I'm going to get off right off the bat. This is, you may be seeing, a revelation to something, single Libras, that there may be someone that you're dealing with that you are starting to kind of, become a little bit more aware of about how they are as a person. And I think to some extent you're probably wanting the 10 of Cups. Perhaps this person sold you on the story of the 10 of Cups, or you're the one wanting that. But you may be, given that the King here is in reverse, and we also had the Knight of Wands earlier show up in reverse. So you may be seeing, if there's a partner or someone that you're dealing with that you've been involved with for a while, you may be starting to see that they're not their intentions sometimes may not be the best. There's a lot of delays, probably delays in communication could be a thing. You may be back and forth with whoever this person is that you've been dealing with. Things may not be taking off on the ground. Ace of Swords can talk about pregnancy too. So if you are female and you've been sexually active, that could be a card of pregnancy, given that we also have the 10 of Cups here. But let's clarify and see what else we get, so we can get a better, flesh out the story a little bit. And get clarifications for the 10 of Cups upright, Ace of Swords upright, and the King of Wands in reverse. Cards are showing up. Bottom of the deck. Come on. You can do it. You can shuffle. Shuffle 2 more times. Ooh, really got to put some work into it. I swear to God, for the Cancer reading, I did not have to work to shuffle, but Jesus, right now I feel like I'm getting some resistance. I don't know. Are you? Do you need a massage, Libra? Some of you might need a massage. It's a little bit intense. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Oh, 9 of Wands. Need I say anymore? Oh, and look who made an appearance. The Knight of Wands came back for round 2. And then we have the World card. So I have Sagittarius energy showing up here. So that's clarifying that 10 of Cups. I have obviously the Sagittarius energy again, with the Ace of, clarifying that Ace of Swords. And then I have just the World card showing up here, clarifying that Knight, King. I don't know, what does it mean, the Knight? Clarifying that King of Wands in reverse. So Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aqua energy. And so we've got heavy fire here. Fire energy for sure. A lot of fire. So if you're dealing with fire, so you're probably actually dealing with a fire sign of some sort with maybe a hint of water. Could be some water and air in their chart. So let's work through this. Singles. Ten of Cups to the Knight of Wands. This is straightforward. You have been wanting, as I kind of said, you have been probably wanting this idea of a family situation, a family dynamic. So if you're single, you may be yearning, desiring some type of life where you have a closer bond and connection with somebody that you can maybe have kids with, work as a team dynamic where there's balance. Libra is, over the Justice card. So you may be strongly desiring to have a very stable, balanced home life. You can see these people in here are, they're relaxed. They're in harmony with each other. Everything just seems like it's in order. I mean, hell, even the ducks, the geese there and stuff like that, they're just chilling right by them. They're comfortable. Everyone's comfortable in that picture. Okay? Look what showed up, 9 of Wands. So that guy doesn't look too comfortable. So it's quite a contrast from this 10 of Cups. So it seems that you're putting in, it could be the other person, but it definitely seems to be that it's you, Libra, putting in that one hell of a lot of work, either manifesting this reality, or if it's already existing for you to some extent where you already at one point kind of attained it with somebody. Maybe you're divorced or something like that, and you're kind of just trying to keep your home life together. I don't know, but I'm getting this more if this is just for mostly for singles who don't already have this, like a marriage or anything like that. You may be desiring it strongly. Okay. Now, the Knight of Wands comes back out again, clarifying that Ace of Swords, and that could be the thirst and desire to want to either it's you wanting to know more about some situation, the truth about something. And I'm getting that it could be related to this 10 of Cups, that it could be someone that you've been dealing with that you are kind of wondering, are they in or are they out? In, out, in, out. So is this person, that's what I think you're fearing a little bit too here. I think you're worried that, this person that you may be dealing with isn't being very serious about their commitment to you. That maybe that they told you at one point that they want a future with you. And they're desiring the long-term thing, but you're just seeing them as kind of like, yeah, they put the energy towards it, but then they're out again, and then they don't know what they want. And you're kind of just seeing the situation for what it is, and it's it's disappointing. I also get that vibe off the 9 of Wands. Look at his head. It's tucked down. He doesn't look too happy about it. Now, lastly, we have the King of Wands in the reverse position and the world clock happening here, which I think perfectly reflects back to what I just said, because of the fact that the Knight of Wands, when it's oh my God, I've got to stop saying that. The King. So sorry. The King of Wands in reverse. This is a man or a woman that commitment means nothing to them. They just don't value long-term plans or commitments. They're flaky. They're people that make plans and they just they might tell you one thing on a Monday and by Wednesday they don't even remember saying it. They have a tendency to lie. Not everyone's going to be like this that you might be dealing with, but most people, when this card shows up like that, it's probably going to indicate that they're lying. They can manipulate the truth a little bit. They can be difficult. You maybe even be dealing with someone that has a temper that can be, can get very argumentative with you very fast, which for a Libra can be difficult because of the fact that they, like I said, they own the Justice card. So balance is something they want, and when you have someone that's argumentative, that can set off at any minute. That's not exactly not the Libra fantasy, we'll say. But you know, hey, there are some Libras out there that like that chase and that back and forth tension. You know, it's different strokes for different folks. But what's concerning is that the World card is clarifying the Knight of Wands in reverse. So that tells me that whoever this Knight of or King of Wands in reverse is probably doesn't share the vision that you have. So I think this is what you're manifesting. You're wanting that. But what you're finding may be that this is what you're seeing. Somebody that's not up to the challenge. Somebody that does not deliver. Somebody that says they're going to be there and they're not. Somebody that tells you they're going to work hard to something and then you just don't see the effort. And you probably find that you're the one putting in all the work. And it's frustrating you. You know? So I think for the month of November, it's going to be kind of this back and forth struggle with whoever this person is. But that's not going to be for everyone. So what advice can we get for our Libras, single Libras in this situation? What advice can we get? I think some well-rounded advice is in order. Libra, I don't know what it is with your cards and shuffling. I really feel like I'm having a hard time shuffling these cards. Oh, okay. Advice. You have 4 of Cups showing up, Cancer energy in upright position. You have Aquarius energy with the 5 of Swords. So let me show you the 4 of Cups there. 5 of Swords is in reverse position. And you have the 2 of Swords. Libra energy, of course, you know. I like that card because it really does look like it's the decision card, and it looks very much like the Justice card in some ways, at least in this deck it does. But it is in reverse. So the advice here is talking about 4 of Cups when it's upright. Is talking about that there are other opportunities around you that are available, but you perhaps may be ignoring them. Okay. This isn't going to apply for everyone. You know, we're not perfect as humans, and we have to understand that. And this gentleman right here, he can visually see that cup quite well. He can see it. And that's an offer coming from the universe. That, hey, there's other opportunities, there's other things that you can engage in that are around your vicinity. Okay? But he's not satisfied. He's not satisfied with what he's got, for starters. And he's reminiscing about something that may have failed or is not working. And he's stuck in it. And so he's only really, you know, he's trying to move on, and he may be getting perspective about what it is, which to be honest, I think you are, is getting some type of perspective. And the reason I say that is because the 2 of Swords is in reverse here, so that probably indicates that you're coming out of some deep thought or a decision. And this may be some type of naturally just like flowing intuition of yours, just telling you that, I just don't feel like thinking about this anymore. 5 of Swords in reverse. You want to be out of that conflict. You're done with it. I mean, how long can you really stay in conflict for until it just wears you out so much where, the passion's gone? Or maybe you still have some passion, but, you got drive, that enthusiasm. It's diminishing every time. It's like the law of diminishing returns. There's only so much you can do before it just starts to become a negative after a while, and it's just not effective anymore. I kind of feel like this is that situation, but I think what the advice is overall saying here is that, number 1, to be aware of it, there are other opportunities around you. Number 2, to not engage in more further conflict, you need to come out of it. Okay, so if you find yourself that you're still engaging in situations that are just argument, frequent fights, or maybe mentally you're stressing a lot. This could just be also a lot of stress about situations that happened in the past. And maybe you're weighing on decisions on what you need to do and whatnot. And Spirit's, I think, guiding you here that you need to come out of that. It's time to kind of, rest your mind a little bit and really just see the situation for what it is. you know, and push yourself in a new direction, which isn't always very easy, because I know in your general energy you had the Nine of Cups. So that's generally talking about, you know, an independent person. That's not somebody, you know, it's not someone that's confident about their successes. Maybe take the time to look at what you have accomplished and acknowledge that, you know, instead of just seeing what hasn't worked. So that's what I'm getting for our singles here. So I think November is really going to be more of a perspective, a lot of perspective. Doesn't mean to say that you won't have anything new, but I didn't see, I'll be honest, I didn't see anything that was probably indicating a new lover of some sort. It kind of seemed like that was a past situation or person you may be dealing with. So if you are a Libra dealing with someone that's brand spanking new, well, this may, you know, this reading may not apply. Don't obviously try to apply it if it doesn't apply. All right, let's move on here. What do we have for our non-single Libras? Meaning Libras involved in a relationship currently. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of November. What do we have for our non-single Libras who are currently involved in a relationship for the month of November? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What great messages do we have for them? Let's get a couple more shuffles here. Libra, I can't shuffle these cards. I just massage it, put that on the bucket list, man. I'm getting this tension. Jeez, I mean, I know that sounds crazy and everything like that, but when I swear, when I was doing the Cancer reading, it just felt effortless. Like, I didn't, I mean, there was, you know, the reading wasn't like too great, but I just didn't really have this much issue shuffling. Alright, 3 cards, please. Okay. So Libra, we have for our non-singles, I have the Page of Wands in the reverse. I have the Devil showing up in the reverse. And I have the 9 of Pentacles in the upright position. So Libra, this seems to be a situation that, you know, if you're involved, your relationship may be, you may be kind of, you know, losing the drive in this relationship if you're currently with somebody. What I'm seeing, I mean, 9 of Pentacles right here is somebody that is getting their shit together. They know how to take care of themselves. You know, this woman right here, if you notice, I mean, she's very attractive. She's very well dressed, and money does not seem to be a problem for her at all. And she's mastered a lot of different things. So that's Virgo energy. So somebody in this situation is in that vibration. Okay. We also have a Page showing up here in reverse. So I'm a little concerned with this situation. The Devil being reversed, there could be some degree of a breakaway occurring. So for November, if you've been involved with somebody that you just have not been vibing with, there may have been issues or problems, delays. Maybe this person you've been feeling has been kind of going out. You guys have been drifting apart a little bit. You know, this does seem like there's a bit of a detachment that's occurring for the month of November. But let's clarify a bit more and see what else shows up over these cards, and then I can probably flesh it out a bit more for you. So can we get 3 cards to clarify the Page of Wands in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and then also the 9 of Pentacles for our Libras and Venus? 3 clarifications, please. The Page of Wands in the reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Or, I'm sorry, upright, please. Alright, so we got... Wow, 9 of Wands shows up again, but in reverse. We have your own card, Justice card, showing up in reverse, clarifying the Devil in reverse. And we have the Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy, clarifying Virgo energy, which is 9 of Pentacles. Some of you might... dealing with Virgo. So it seems to be a lot of fire, earth showing up here. So you may be dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Let me show you that real quick. Whatever this situation is, or who this person is, you may be whoever you're involved with. One of you just does not see this going anywhere, or maybe both of you do. But Nine of Wands in reverse is just, it's a card of just, you know, throwing in the towel, you know, giving up. You're done with it. Devil in reverse, clarify the Justice in reverse. This is something toxic that, you know, is clearly, it's not balanced. There's issues, and there's probably a good reason why that Nine of Wands is showing up there. You just don't feel it's balanced. Whatever the situation is, or whoever you're dealing with. The Hermit being present over the Nine of Pentacles tells me that Libra, if you're involved, you may be thinking about leaving the situation. And that's why that Nine of Pentacles showed up. So you may just not be in general happy about whoever it is that you're involved with. How does the person Libra, for those who are involved, how do they feel about them? Can we get 3 cards, please? How Libra's person feels about them currently, for those Libras involved. So Libras, it seems like your person is willing to, your person seems like they're trying to force, they don't necessarily want to let go of you, but at the same time, it seems like they're trying to, you know, they're wanting a new opportunity with you. They want to found something, they want to work on things, but at the same time, with the Six of Wands showing up, your Leo energy in reverse, that can talk about someone that is overly controlling, a bit of a tyrant, like a dictator, someone that can be mean-spirited sometimes, a little bit of like rude, just not really concerned with your needs, which is probably why the Justice is showing up here in reverse. The Seven of Cups as well, when it's reversed, can also be, you know, getting a sense that this person may be trying to mold you into someone that you're not, or making you want to do, you know, live their fantasy. Whatever they're stuck in, you know, whatever role they're stuck in, you know, they want things to be a certain way, and if it doesn't fit that blueprint, then they might go off on you. But I mean, it's showing in the Page of Pentacles that they do to some extent. So you may be, you know, if you're kind of not doing too well with this person, they may be trying to tell you that they want to work on things or something like that. But you know, with the Six of Wands in reverse, there, that's a little concerning to me. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse for Libra's person? Why is the Six of Wands in reverse for Libra's person, for those who are involved? Five of Cups in reverse. So they're a little bit detached, this person. I mean, emotionally. What is their intention? Yeah, I'm not really getting good vibe off this person. The Eight of Pentacles shows up in reverse. So this person, Libra, if you know, given that this is a non-single, so it means that you are in some ways involved with this person. It seems to me that, one, you're probably considering leaving this person, and you're putting a lot of time and thought into it, and you're thinking about maybe it's best, you know, I could be a lot more successful on my own, and I just don't feel like putting the work and time into the situation anymore. And this person's kind of countering, you know, just repeating the same things that have, you know, failed in the past. You know, they may be in some ways offering you something, but it's the same, you know, same failed things that have always just failed. And they don't seem to be wanting to change anything. They seem to be pretty fixed on this is how it is. And I know that because of the fact that the Six of Swords is showing up in reverse. And that's generally also a card of failure, loss, not winning. But you got to keep in mind, like I said, it can be someone that's a bit of a bully, like a dictator, over authoritative. You know, barking orders, saying that it needs to be this way. And if it's not this way, then get the hell out. You know, and so they can be a bit vicious or spiteful. Sore loser a little bit. and their intentions may not always be the good, and that's probably what's causing that imbalance, where you just don't feel the situation's balanced, and you just want to leave the devil. But that's what I got for you, committed, well, non-single Libras. It seems like you're going to be going through some type of transformative change, getting out of a situation that's probably not really serving you very well. And I think you're going to be in the hermit mode, making that decision of whether or not, kind of comparing how the situation's going and what it's bringing to you versus what you can have in that Nine of Pentacles energy. You know, plenty of other fish in the sea. And, you know, energies for November can always change, so keep that in mind. You just never know what's around the corner once you do leave something, right? So maybe by the end of the month, you could be in another relationship, for all we know. Alright, so we're going to move on to employment now. So, let's see here. Alright, what do we have for our unemployed Libra for the month of November? What can we expect? What can our unemployed Libras expect for the month of November? What can our unemployed Libras expect for the month of November? One more shuffle in here. Just feeling it. There we go. 3 cards. So we have the Nine of Swords. Gemini energy showing up. Libra energy, your energy showing up with the Queen of Swords. I like it. And then we have the Death card showing up here. Scorpionic energy. You're on the defense here, Libra. For those of you unemployed, something is coming to an end, and it's got you very much on guard. You're just getting, you know, fearful. A lot of worry, doubt. You know, something that maybe you didn't want to come to an end, but it unfortunately looks like it may have come to an end, and in whatever happened, whoever the person you're dealing with may have got a number on you, enough so that you've literally got a sword up, but at the same time you're getting haunted by them. So let's find out. Let's get some clarifications. Gonna get clarifications for the Nine of Swords upright, and the Queen of Swords upright, and then the Death card upright. Can you get clarifications for our unemployed Libras currently? What can we expect? Can we get clarifications for these cards? Let's see what we got. So I have Page of Cups clarifying Nine of Swords. I have the Emperor showing up clarifying the Queen of Swords. And then I have the Hermit card. Oh, Hermit card showing up again. Second time now. Wow, so you must be really doing some serious thought about something here, Libra. So let's work through this. Page of Cups clarifying the Nine of Swords. So you are in your head, no doubt. There's a person here. Whoever this Emperor is, you're on guard about. Okay, so this could be a female that is more masculine, or it is a male dominant masculine who's heavy on the masculine. So it's a man or woman. Someone is on the masculine side, so they may, if this is a woman, they're probably going to show up more broader shoulders. They may be more just dominant in their stature. Don't take shit. In their world, they kind of present themselves as the be-all, end-all, have everything, have their shit together. It doesn't mean to say that they do, but it's how they're showing up. And then also, the Emperor also can, on the better side, on its higher vibration, it is a good card. It's a very good card. But given that you've got your sword up to this Emperor, they obviously may not be the best person, right? enough so that they put you in the Nine of Swords energy, which is concerning, because that is something that is really choking you up and is keeping, you know, I mean, look at that woman. I mean, she's strangling, almost like suffocating. You know, and she just may be blocking everything out, not even following her intuition. But this seems to be over some type of love offer that came through. Or maybe you know, some opportunity, some sweet talk or something that someone was you're being offered, and you kind of just don't know what to do about it. You're very defensive, and it's whoever this person is came through offering, and then you were kind of like, kind of one of those gigs. Okay, and after you probably, I don't know if you told this person off or not, or what the deal is, you know, you're kind of in your head about it. So, if this is a relationship, so let's go into the finance portion of this, how this relates, right? If you're unemployed, you may be thinking right now, Libra, you know, going into November, if things are not going to work out with this person, right? Where does your life go? Are you know, do you need to start working? Is it a good time to start working or finding a job? There's so many different situations is the thing. If this is like somebody that you're living with, I mean, put in this perspective. One's if you are living with this person, you've been with him for a long time, right? Things hadn't been working out well. And I did this is very similar to another read that I had done. I don't know if that was Cancer's read. No, I think it might have been Aries read. It could have been Aries, but this is like one of those, like, it could be like a stay-at-home mom type thing, or a stay-at-home dad. And things aren't working out with the relationship, and it's like, you know, you're considering saying, if I have to go on my own, it means I have to get a job. I have to do something. You could also be, you know, trying to start a business, and maybe this is a family, right? This could be a family member or something like that, and it's like maybe you're trying, you know, I'm not getting this particularly, but you could have someone that's just kind of really controlling your every move and everything like that, and it's killing you a little bit. And you know, maybe this is you having to play nice, you know, in that particular situation. And the last and third scenario is that, you know, this could be like a job or something like that, where you have a boss that perhaps, or I'm sorry, not a job, but maybe you had a job or something like that maybe you got fired from, and the boss was you know, a bit of a dick or something like that, got you up in your head, and you just feel like, you know, I was doing everything right and I don't deserve to be fired, and you're kind of in deep perspective about it. Job came to an end, you know. So what advice do we have for our unemployed Libras? So apply it how you see it, but there's some type of introspection for our unemployed Libras that's going on. It's just about, you know, and it seems to be a concern around if, you know, things are going to be, if you're going to be able to do it after whatever situation you're coming out of, because the death card is there, so that's the aftermath, but it also gives birth, you know, it's the new beginnings card. So you may be kind of deciding, you know, if some situation did come to an end, whether it be a job that you got fired from, or maybe you left that job for whatever reason. Again, if this was a former job, I mean, maybe you're in defense with how you were treated there. That could be a scenario. You don't feel like there was a lot of compassion that was put towards you, and you felt it was a bit unfair. And you're kind of spending some time out to think to yourself, what do I do now? What advice do we have for our unemployed Libras currently, Spirit? What advice do we have for unemployed Libras? Recover. So definitely don't deceive yourself about a situation. So let me show you. I've got Libra energy, the Three of Swords in reverse. I have Capricorn energy with the Devil card in reverse. And I also have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So with the Three of Swords in reverse, that's talking about, you know, if you have suffered some type of relationship ending, you know, the time is to get perspective on it and to heal. Do it. Start moving towards the Four of Swords. You know, that rest and recovery. You know, you may need to face the reality that somebody could just be a player as well. you know, you may be exiting that situation. That's for a very select few of you. And I only say that because the devil card was here, but it is in reverse. So you may be having to make that harsh decision, whoever this person, and it seems to, you know, the same thing that happened with the Cancer reading, it seems to have bled through most of the readings here so far, that there's some type of individual that seems to be affecting a lot of our Libras here. You know, well, not one person, but I mean, you know, there's a category or some dynamic of it, you know, of a personality that is vibing throughout a lot of our Libras here. And it involves some type of situation with somebody that's just not working out, whether that be a boss, but it's probably a lover of some sort. But Spirit's kind of telling you to be very careful about getting lost in seeing the situation, you know, turning a blind eye to what the situation is, because you got to remember that even though you might be coming out of a painful ending of some sort, that devil card it wasn't too long ago when it was upright at some point. It's reversed now, which is good. So that means you're unchaining, you took the chains off, right? But it's also saying don't turn a blind eye and don't you know, allow yourself to fall back into deception and old ways and things like that, because that devil, make no mistake, will come back around and try and tempt you again. And the question is, are you going to see the truth, or are you going to turn a blind eye to it? So that's what I'm getting there for the advice. So whoever this person is could be really kind of halting your financial progress a little bit. You know, maybe telling you that you're not worth it, or maybe they're just interfering with your life in general and just causing delays. So it's like they're not even doing anything for your, you know, against your job. They're just causing delays. You know, or you're spending too much money and time into the situation. It's just going nowhere. You know. So, you know, you can still be unemployed and still be getting some money. You know, maybe you have savings. Maybe, you know, you have a bit of inheritance. You got to be careful also about people just siphoning that off. Maybe you're living off of your 401k or something like that. There's a lot of different scenarios. But whatever that situation is, seems to be taxing your mind. So I think it's taking you away from your financial earning ability. And maybe that's why some of you are not jiving into a job just yet. You're still in that hermit mode. So let's move on here and go to our employed Libras. Sorry, that last message was, I'll be honest, it was a tad vague, but generally it seems to be better in some other reads, but I had a little bit of tough fun with that one. What do we have for our employed Libras? What do we have for our employed Libras for the month of November? We get 3 cards: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm so hot right now. Oh my god. I don't want to turn the fan on because then the background like shakes all around, and then the AC that it makes this vibration sound messes the video. So it's like, oh my god, what a pain in the ass. I'm hot, really hot. What do we have for our employed Libras for the month of November? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Those are our Libras that are employed. Can I get 3 cards, please? Oh god. Okay. So you have the World card showing up. This Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius energy. It's showing up in the reverse. You have the 8 of Cups showing, which Pisces energy. It's showing in the reverse. And then you have the Tower card showing up, which is Aries energy and Mars, but it is in the reverse. So, Libra, for those of you employed, this seems to be some situation. Now, if we apply it to a career aspect, this is if this is a job, this job may not share your vision of, or maybe you don't know where you're going, or you do, but I'm getting that you do. This may be a situation where you are going to some type of employment that may be paying the bills, but it doesn't align to what you are wanting to accomplish in life. But at the same time, even though there's no passion really towards the job, you're still staying there. And I think it's something that it looks like the universe to some extent has been trying to push you out of, but you may have been resisting changing. There's a lot of reasons why people don't want to change. It's not comfortable. Change is not comfortable. But with that tower being there, it's reversed. Probably indicates that the universe has been making some attempts to push you into a new direction, but you may have been resisting it. So let's find out a little bit more. Once again, if you are happy and you love your job and everything is dandy, then this is not the reading for you. Okay? Just telling you that right now. Don't apply it if it doesn't apply. Can I get clarifications for the world in reverse, the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the Tower in reverse, please? Wow, Nine of Cups is, we've got multiple cards that just show up over and over and over. It's very interesting. So, I have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy with the Ace of Wands. It's clarifying the World card in reverse. I also have the King of Swords showing up. That's in reverse, clarifying the 8 of Cups in reverse. And then I have the Tower showing up in reverse, which I already told you about. And then Pisces energy with the 9 of Cups showing up here. So, let's work through this. I like to work through it because, it kind of paints a better picture, I think, than just giving a sudden message on something. So we can see there's a true breakdown of the cards. The World in reverse with the Ace of Wands. This is coming back to what I alongside, I think this is just confirmation of what I was talking about, that this is a job that you may be at that just that's not aligning with what you want to really do. So ask yourself, what is it that you want to do with your life? If you're the type of person maybe you're getting, for example, $60,000, $70,000 a year. Okay, that's not the biggest salary in the world, but it's not too shabby. Okay, but it involves you having to travel long distance and show up at a job that has you sitting in a cubicle on a computer for 8-10 hours a day. Is that what you want for your life? Are you putting passion into that? Is that what you're putting passion into? On the other hand, it could be that this is, showing up because you are making there could be an opportunity for you to put some passion into something else. And maybe you're trying to get out of this situation with the world, being reversed like that. But I don't know why. I'm just getting this strong sense that it's pointing out that this is for some people out there that are putting in passion, or not putting in passion. They're putting in their own energy into something that is not where they want to go in life. There's too much time. There's time being invested into a situation that they're just not very enthusiastic about. They're not passionate. They don't really see that. They don't see themselves with this company at all. They don't see like, hey, I'm going to be this person that's going to enjoy this company and be there for 20 years. But at the same time, they're stuck there. So that could be a scenario. But on the other hand, like I said, it could be you making the decision to want to get out of a career situation of some sort that's just not making you happy at all, wanting to leave that job. Now we move into 8 of Cups with the King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is generally poor communication, no communication. So you may be finding that even though you're stuck at the job, at the same time you're being dishonest with yourself. You could just be saying that, I don't know why I'm just getting this story, it just keeps coming out. So I'm just going to say what's on my mind. But this seems like it could, when the King of Swords is in reverse, it's like lying. I mean, being dishonest, being a little cutthroat. Maybe you have this could be like a boss that you're dealing with that's just a bit of like a real shithead. Somebody that's just, that's rude, that's not considerate of your time. But even though maybe if you are trying to walk away, perhaps they're still kind of, you know, trying to degrade you a little bit, or they're trying to stop you from walking away. Or maybe telling you you're not going to find anything better anywhere else. That could be a possibility. But whoever this King of Swords is, I don't really like them. One, holy crap! It like shot out like a bullet. The Ace of Swords shot out like a bullet. So I think whatever I just said was the truth, because that's literally a card of truth. So you may, Libras, you may be dealing with somebody that's just, again, you know, is not being very honest or fair with you. They may be lying or trying to just really underhand you a little bit, distort facts. You know, telling you that you know, oh, you know, if you you know, don't be planning on, you know, going anywhere else, because I mean, you're gonna be stuck. You know, next year it's gonna hit. This is gonna happen, and you're gonna be stuck. That's could be happening to someone that's just being a bit of a, unfortunately, a bit of a liar here. So I'd be very careful about that, and kind of don't allow your vision and your direction of wanting to maybe leave this shitty situation, because that's what I'm getting. It's a shitty situation. So once again, if you love your job, for God's sakes, don't apply this. This really does seem to be for a certain group of Libras that are involved in some situation that they absolutely just, they don't feel fulfilled. They don't like it. They don't enjoy it. And they may be held to standards that they just don't feel are fair and balanced. Maybe dealing with a boss that's just really rude and sometimes doesn't really value their time there or appreciate them or really acknowledge them, or maybe they communicate things to you and then they tell you something else, that, oh, that's not what I meant, or you're supposed to do this, even though they never communicated it. Could be one of those situations. And then the Nine of Cups, lastly, is clarifying the Tower in reverse. You know, I think in some ways, I mean, that's just talking about that, you know, you're wanting some recognition. You know, you're wanting some recognition. You just feel like maybe that you've done a lot of work, and it's like you just haven't been, or this person just hasn't really been valuing, you know, just giving you the time to say, you know, communicate like, hey, good job, you know, or communicate that, you know, you're doing your valuable part of the company or something like that. You know, maybe you see other people getting recognition, you're not, and you're just like, you know, this is bullshit. So, what advice do we have? Well, obviously, advice here is to awaken that you can be independent from this, and there is more out there, but it starts with you first seeing your bullshit. And I have to say that, Libra, because I mean, honestly, sometimes you have to check yourself as well and find out, you know, am I lying to myself? Because just because that King of Swords is there doesn't mean to say that it can't be your energy. It can be, you know, and a lot of us don't want to hear that, but we also have to kind of sometimes stop what we're doing and just ask ourselves, you know, even though in our worlds as humans we're always like, it's everyone else's fault, it's never our fault, we don't even look at ourselves. There's a time and place where we do have to look at ourselves, and that's the hard part about life. What advice do we have? Wow, the Fool showed up. Aquarius energy, look at that. I think that I'm not even going to draw any more cards, because I mean that's just crystal clear. Get moving. Try something new. If you've got something, if you're in a job that you just do not like, and this is resonating, and you've been stuck there for a long time, you're dealing with someone that's like a bit of sergeant shithead, I think Spirit's telling you it's time to see that situation for what it is, that it's not making you happy. Okay, because how much time is going to go by before you realize that you invested half your life into a job that just doesn't appreciate you, when there's a whole nother perspective and a whole nother, you know, the truth is that there's plenty of other jobs, despite whatever, if this King of Swords or whatever in reverse, whoever this person is telling you a bunch of garbage that you can't do better, or you can't move up the company, or it's only for certain people or something like that. Trust your intuition, because your intuition is probably telling you that doesn't sound right. And that voice is there for a reason, because most times you are right. And Spirit's kind of saying, trust it. See the situation for what it is. Take a chance on something else. Take a risk. Now, obviously, don't spend your life savings on lottery tickets. That's not a wise risk. Use it. Go and seek other employment opportunities. That maybe you have to go to another state for a job. Maybe that's what's holding you back. But maybe it's the best decision you make. In a matter of months, you're getting paid like 6 figures or something like that. Who knows? Take another chance. Do something different. Alright, we're hitting 1 hour now, so I gotta close this up. So, can I get 3 cards for Libra Collective for their overall advice? 3 cards for the Libra Collective on their overall advice, please, Spirit. Cards of advice for the Libra Collective. Come out of decision. You need to take action. And again, not stay stuck in situations that are not fulfilling you. 2 of Swords is in reverse. Queen of Wands is in reverse. It's Aries energy. We also have Libra energy showing up with that 2 of Swords in reverse. And we have the Pisces energy with the 8 of Cups in reverse, which I think has shown up like twice now. So Libras, I think for the month of November, this is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge. Got to remember that energies change all the time. So if this doesn't apply to you, don't make it apply. I mean, I don't know why people do that, but there are people that literally will sit for about a half an hour trying to make something apply that doesn't apply to their life. Okay, this is for some of you that are just feeling stagnant or stuck in life. You don't feel like you're paid. You don't feel particularly passionate towards anything, or maybe you do for some of you. But this could just be this is like a sense of just stagnation is what it is. Not meshing well with something. And I think you're feeling that friction. That's probably what the cards are feeling. Why it was so hard to shuffle that. And Spirit's kind of saying you need to kind of come out of that stagnation and start kind of just saying, you know, I can't make everything work. Not everything's going to go my way sometimes. And that's okay. But if I'm not satisfied with the situation that I have before me, what am I going to do to change it? We're got to kind of think about with our decisions where that time is being invested, because you can spend the entire day filling yourself with tasks and doing stuff, going a job that you hate, and dealing with a person that's just not doing anything like that. But very quickly, if you allow yourself into that situation, I mean, you wake up at 5 o'clock, by 7 or 8 o'clock, you're already in bed, and you haven't even taken not even a second to really evaluate what other direction you can take that can put you in a very fulfilled, happy state. It's out there. But it's not going to oftentimes fall in your lap, especially if you're stuck going back to situations that just don't make you happy and aren't balanced, most certainly. I mean, the Queen of Wands showed up, I mean, what is that, 2 or 3 times? Aries energy. So you could also maybe apply it that if this is a person that's coming back in your life that's just an in and out energy, that maybe you need to make a decision on that, because perhaps that person, if this is a lover of some of the past, is affecting your progress. Like you keep putting energy into something with them or a project and they keep interfering with it. But you're stuck in them, and maybe you need to come out of your head about it because it's limiting your progress. That could be some advice as well. But anyways, that's what I got for you, Libras. Hopefully November is a little bit more kinder to you towards the end, because that does seem like a lot on the plate. But either or, let's keep our head up high and kind of, we can always change every day. And like I said, if this doesn't apply to you, don't apply it. I always have to kind of urge that for readings like this, because some people might get offensive and be like, oh, my situation's not like that. Fine, that's fine, just don't apply it. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps. I'm a new tarot reader on YouTube, obviously, as I said in the beginning. I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, but I did say the Gilded Tarot Royale is the deck I was using. If you're interested in getting that, I will be doing a 12 sign. I'll be doing some 12 sign readings and things like that down the road. I'm just trying to nail out all these collective reads for each of the signs. There's going to be a lot of changes to the channel coming up over the next coming months, so bear with me. There's going to be some hiccups here and there, but overall I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.